So we're going to do 638. This is one where they really don't give you any spaces in the solution to do your work. So you might want to have a piece of scratch paper around so you can compute these numbers more directly. This is the book problem, so the information really is exactly the same as what's in the book. So we're doing variable and absorption. I always like to do the titles first again. So your sales revenue under absorption, we take our cost of goods sold. That gives us our gross profit. Then we're going to take out our operating expenses, and that will give us our operating income. So then we got to figure out these numbers. Sales revenue, based on what you sell, not what you predict, of what you produce. So you've got 16,000 times our sales price, which is way over here, of $68. So that is 1088000. Cost of goods sold. Let's clear that. So cost of goods sold, it's going to take some calculations to get here because we need the fixed manufacturing overhead rate. So we've got our 176. That's our fixed manufacturing. And that's always based on production because I divide that over the units produced. And so notice that's 22,000 each year. So that's $8. And you might want to write that down because we're going to need that again. So our fixed manufacturing overhead rate's $6. And then I take that times the number of units I actually sell, which is 16,000. And again, I did this by hand, and it looks like I lost a 0 along the way here. Or I just typed something in wrong. Oh, no. Okay. We don't want that number. Clear, 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 clear. And I knew it was wrong because it was way too low. So let me clear that. So I'm going to do this per unit. So for my cost of goods sold, I got that $8 fixed cost, $30 in materials, $11 in labor, and I know I always said you always had 3, but now you've got 4 because your variable's a little different. So I got $54 per unit. That's what I can take times my 16,000. And that looks a little more reasonable. Again, I never know if you need the minus sign, but I don't get it taken off if I put it in there. So then I'm going to do this backwards to save myself a little work. So 224 is my cost of goods sold. Again, if you kind of keep thinking about it, you sometimes can save yourself some calculator time. All right, so our operating expenses would be the 176 here. Nope. It's our, let's see, variable operating. That's what I was looking for. I'm off a line. And I'm trying to do this live so you can see everybody makes a mistake. So 3 times, and that's the operating expenses are based on what you sell because those are commissions in essence. So that's 16,000. And then I want to add in my fixed operating. And again, think about it, and you can save yourself some calculator time. Minus 134, 123. All right. And then I want to subtract that then from the 224. And so I have 90,000 for my operating income. All right. And I cross my fingers, and that works. All right. Year 2, going to do the same thing, but in year 2, I actually sell 24,000. So I need to take the 24,000 times the 68 gives me 1632. My cost of goods sold, I should have written that down, but I forgot to. I'm going to have to do it again. But I did write down my fixed is 8 plus 30 plus 11 plus 5. And if I remember, 54 does look like the right number. Remember to go through, I'm selling 24. Did I multiply? I think I forgot to multiply. Yeah, I hit a wrong key here. Again, but I remember the 54 at least. So my 54 times 24. No, that was right. I doubted myself. 1, 2, 9, 6, 1, 2, 3. All right. And then I can subtract my 1632. And again, to save yourself some errors, you can skip putting in all those zeros. 336, 1, 2, 3, and it's really positive. My operating expenses, I've got some variable again. So my variable operating is the $3 times the number I sold. And I want to add to that my fixed, which is 86. So 158. And so then I want to subtract that from the 336. Gives me 178. All right, let's see. I have to do that, check my answer. And I got it. Now I will tell you I cheated a little bit. I didn't cheat, but I did this by hand first. So I actually have my check figures in front of me, which makes my life a little easier. So move all this junk around. So before I get to the other one, they want me to figure out what's the difference in the years. And so again, there's some subtotals we have to do in between. Whoops. Get my calculator back here. So my change in inventory in year 1, I manufactured 22,000. And again, you can get rid of those zeros as long as you remember you got rid of them. And I sold 16, so my inventory went up by 6,000. And my overhead rate, so that goes here. And then my overhead rate is 8. So this is 8. So I'd expect to have a $48,000 difference. Doesn't ask me which one's higher though, does it? All right. Again, you save yourself a lot of errors if you don't get all those zeros in there because you have a tendency to leave a zero off. So the second year, I manufactured 22, but I sold 24, so my inventory went down. So I bet I need that minus. I still have $8 here. So times 8, which I think you might have been able to do in your head. I don't know if you'll need this with a minus, but we'll find out when I check my answers. And again, if your inventory increases, absorption's higher, and I just put those vowels together. So increases is absorption, decreases make your variable. So they kind of go higher. Let's check our answers, see if it didn't like that. I guess it doesn't want my minus sign. Let's check it again. Let's see, one or more of the amounts, and please refer to the information. Oh, I bet it doesn't want either of my minuses. There we go. All right. It's so persnickety on that. I never know what to do. So you'll know when you do yours, don't put the minuses in there. Again, it doesn't say which way to go, so that's why, I guess. So this is where it's going to tell you if you're under or over. So let's see what we got up here. Where's my scroll bar? So I had 90,000, and I'm saying that that's under absorption. So I'm thinking the absorption will be higher, so I need to subtract out the 48. So I'm saying 42 should be the number here. If I pull the right number here, I think, yeah. 178 was my other one. And I'm saying variable should be higher. Oops. Backspace. So I need to add another 16. And this one you've got like a 50-50 shot, obviously, of 194. And I'll check my answer. All right, we got it. So then it wants me to do the variable just to make sure that's what I really get. Again, go ahead and do your headings first. Sales less. What are they wanting me to do here? I guess we're going to do variable cost of goods sold. Oh yeah, that's a total. This would be variable selling. So this, notice, is, well, it's an underline. Oh, all righty. This one doesn't have the underline. So this is my total variable. So this is my cost of goods sold. These are my operating. This is my fixed. Going to do my fixed overhead, my fixed operating. Scroll down so I can see what I'm doing. And I did the same thing again. All right, let's see. This is my total. You got to watch on those lines here. Variable operating expenses. Do I have a total? No, that's not right. I guess I put variable twice here. Variable expenses. So this is my fixed expenses. This is my, I probably could leave that one there, but I like my fixed overhead, my fixed operating. Gives me my operating income. That's my double rule. Oh, I know what they're looking for. This is contribution margin. There we go. That looks more sensible. All right. I thought they were subtotaling along the way. This is where if you have your book open, it really helps because you use the same format. So sales revenue, again, that won't change from what I had last time. So you can scroll up, you can multiply. I'm just going to go from, I remember that number. My variable cost of goods sold. That's going to be my 30 plus my 11 plus my 5. So $46. And again, you might want to write that down because you're going to need it again. That's times the amount we sold. I'll go ahead and put the zeros in there. Gives me $736. My variable operating expenses are 3 times the 16 is 48. All right. And so 48. Okay, and they don't subtotal those, so we can just, I'm going to add the 736, and then, I never know how to do these, minus 1088. As long as you figure it out on one calculator, the next one's different. So it looks like 304 is the right number. And you just have to remember you left some zeros out, and I did my signs backwards just to save my calculator a little work. My fixed overhead then, these are the totals, minus the 176, minus the 86. All right. So again, since that's a minus, I actually can plus, but I think that's going to screw you up. So we'll go ahead and do it this way. So 304 minus 176 minus 86 equals, I think I screwed up on that last one. Let's try this one again. It just doesn't look nearly big enough, does it? 304 minus 176 minus 86 equals 42. That looks a lot better. All right. Then we do the same thing here. Again, I can just look at my sales, save myself a 1632. All right. Variable, now remember I'm doing 24,000, so make sure you take everything times 24. All right, I did write down that 46 was my variable cost, so 26 times that 24,000 is, I had a minus in there somewhere. Where did I put the minus in there? I'm going to double check that one because that doesn't look right. It's right. So 46, I think I hit the minus instead of the times 24. That looks a little more reasonable. That number should be bigger than the other one since I sold more. All right, variable operating is 3 times my 24. All right, and so 1632 minus 1104 minus 72 equals 456. Whoops. All right, the more you do this, I can see how your fingers get tired and you start typing in silly things. Okay, my fixed doesn't change. Whoops, I'm typing, but nothing's happening. 176, 1, 2, 3. I'll go ahead and put a minus in front just in case. Minus 86, 1, 2, 3. So I've got the 456 minus the 176 minus the 86 gives me 194. All right. And before I check my answers, I can go up here, and I said 194 should be that one. Of course, it didn't show on the same screen. That's right. 42 should be the other one. That's right. So if I've got everything in the right place, I should be good to go. All right, and I think that's all there is to that problem. So good luck and have fun.